Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. Tonight, I am going to unbox and take a first look at Old School Tactical Volume 3, plus plenty of other goodies, including the Hellbent expansion, all from my friends over at Flying Pig Games. So come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Howdy, howdy, gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at The Daily Dope, presented by thegaminggang.com, of which I happen to be the Grand Poobah. Yes, I am the founder and editor-in-chief of thegaminggang.com. Tonight is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. This is episode 466 of The Daily Dope. How about that? So welcome aboard. If this is your first time hanging out, keep in mind this is very, very casual. Normally we talk about tabletop gaming news, but with what's going on out in the world today, really isn't a lot of gaming news to be had. So what we've been doing is kind of just doing some unboxings, doing some live playthroughs, might throw out a review or two. So once things get back to normal, the Daily Dope will go back to its usual format, although I can't say it's ever normal. But before we jump in, do want to thank everyone out there, from the first responders to the doctors and nurses to the truck drivers, keeping our flow going. Even the people out there working at fast food places. Everybody's going the extra mile to help keep us safe, and I certainly appreciate it. And I hope everyone out there is also doing all they can to be smart and stay safe as well. Of course, do want to point out that if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, fight the trolls, and subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, don't forget, ring that little bell, because it will not only notify you when the Daily Dope streams live Monday through Thursday nights, it'll also tell you when I upload standalone videos as well. Which I got quite a few of those. Usually have one or two a week, sometimes more. But as I mentioned in the open to the show, we are going to be diving into the new Old School Tactical Volume 3 in just a few moments. Because this is a live stream, do want to point out that means chat is available. It is on YouTube. It's not on screen. It's one of the ways that I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay. But I do my best to pay attention to chat. So if you would like to say hi, maybe you've got a question or a comment, maybe there's something that we'll be taking a peek at in Old School Volume 3 that you want a closer look at, just chime in. I will do my best to respond. So far we've got Sportsman Z and Viper Dave are in chat. Viper Dave points out that they just received Old School Tactical Volume 3 in the mail. I got mine yesterday. So mine arrived yesterday. And I got all the Kickstarter goodies and stuff. I will point out, and I'm going to point this out when we're taking a look at stuff too. There was it looked like it was like the Marine Corps. It was like a coin, a special coin. And it was in the box. And I brought stuff downstairs. And I have no idea where it went. Yeah, the Duct Tape Studios is usually a pretty big mess. So I will track that down. And the funny thing is, I know Mark Walker had pointed out that, wow, he was really proud of that coin. And I tweeted back to him, oh yeah, I'll make sure to show it off. It's upstairs. I know that. I'm not sure where it was. I took a quick peek before the show started. But things have been hectic. Another hectic day. It's always hectic. So even having to stay at home, it's always hectic. So John Vogel's in chat. Good to see you, John. Thank you for popping in and joining us. So before I jump in, do want to point out, next couple of nights, we are going to mess around with the dungeon from Cosmos Games. This is one of their adventure games releases. There are a couple. This is the one that's for ages 12 and up. The other one I've got is for ages 16 and up. So I don't know if that has some kind of iffy content or something that I may not want to stream live, not knowing it. But we are going to jump in and we are going to try to solve or play this adventure. And I understand it's kind of a choose your own adventure sort of game. So we will actually learn how to play the next couple of nights. And if need be, because it says it's a 3-part, 90-minute per part adventure. I don't think we'll go 90 minutes, but we will play it and see about playing it through its entirety. Maybe we'll have like an episode each night. So Wednesday and Thursday and probably next Monday, we'll be messing around with adventure games, The Dungeon. All right, without further ado, let's jump on in because we got a lot to take a peek at. So, Old School Tactical, Volume 3 is from my friends over at Flying Pig Games. It's designed by Shane Logan with artwork and graphic design also provided by Shane Logan. The core game is for 2 players, ages 14 and up, plays in 45 minutes or more. Of course, that's going to depend on the scenario. It could go as high as 5 hours, depending on what you're putting together. It does carry an MSRP of $100. You can currently get it at the Flying Pig Games website for $90. We are also going to be looking at the Hellbent expansion that carries an MSRP of $45. That is available right now for $42. We're going to take a peek at the Neoprene mats because we have 2 new Neoprene mats for that. We've got, I believe it's the U.S. Marines, but it is the U.S., I know that for a fact, as well as the Imperial Japanese Army. Those are $30 for the 2. And then the Neoprene map borders, which is something new. It's a set of 4, and those are $25. So let's head on over to this other camera here. Ka-ching! Ta-da! There we go. This is a big box. This is a pretty large box here. So, Volume 3 moves to the Pacific. So the first 2 volumes in Old School Tactical tackled the Eastern Front as well as the Western Front. Now we move to the Pacific, and I'm pretty excited because we don't get enough war games that are set in the Pacific theater, especially of this scale here. So I see Dan from No Enemies here is in chat, and Flaming Huron has popped in. Do want to apologize to Dan from No Enemies here. The other night, what was it? I think it was Thursday. Last Thursday, in chat, he had mentioned that he had gone and purchased. Here, I actually have it sitting here. Let me jump back for a second here. So you may have noticed I played through Exit the Game, the House of Riddles live. This is also from Cosmos Games. And so Dan had commented that he had spent $100 on Exit Games. And I missed it in chat. I missed him saying that in chat. And only when I went back to make sure that the video rendered okay and things were popping up in chat, then I saw Dan's comment. So I'm sure Cosmos Games is very pleased to know that you bought a bunch of the Exit games. So, all right, enough of that. Let's get back to taking a look at Old School Tactical Volume 2. On the back, it says the popular Old School Tactical series returns with Old School Tactical Volume 3. This iteration of the quick-to-learn, challenging-to-master, I always hate that phrase, tactical game brings the war in the Pacific to the series. Fight tooth and nail in dense jungle terrain. Hide in bunkers and caves and hit the enemy at the best moment. Move up your Sherman Zippo and flush the enemy out with flames. Yes, for those who don't know, they always call them Zippos because they never failed to light up. Find your enemy, fix them, flank them, and finish them. If it works on the battlefield, it works in Old School Tactical. And it works with minimal fuss and muss. Let's make sure that everything is nicely in focus. I think we should be okay. All right, let's open this on up. Those of you out there who follow the Gaming Gang and the various different videos already know that I have covered the first 2 volumes and really do like this game. This game reminds me, and maybe it's just me. I know we do have some folks out there who have played the other old school tacticals. This really feels to me almost along the lines of how the original squad leader was before it got to advanced squad leader and got crazy like that. So Dan from No Enemies here points out that he thought his wife was going to love the exit games, and it turns out that she's not into them at all. Well, I'll tell you what, Dan, if your wife isn't into it, why don't you ask your girlfriend? Maybe she'll enjoy playing the games. Just kidding. Just teasing. All right, so let's jump on in here. We're going to take a peek. I will, you know what? Let's zoom on in a little bit. Of course, these boxes are pretty heavy. Pretty hefty here. All right. I can move the dungeon out of the way. Like I said, I'm going to have quite a bit to kind of go through. So Viper Dave said that they did not get a coin. I know there was a coin because I pulled it out and I was like, what is this? Whoops, going the wrong way, Jeff. And I thought, I was like, hey, what is this here? And I saw, oh, it's a coin. I didn't really take a really good look at it. But I can tell you that there was a coin. Now, I don't know. I'm sure that like the package I get isn't always necessarily going to be the same that like people who backed Kickstarters at different various levels. So there you go. John got a coin. Chet Bell, hey, welcome aboard, Chet. First time visitor with us. Thanks for joining us. So Chet says they got a coin and they hope they don't lose it. I know I haven't lost it. I just don't recall where exactly I put it when I took everything out of the box yesterday when it arrived. All right, we're going to jump in. We're going to take a quick look through the rule book here. We're not going to go through tons and tons of stuff, but as you can see, you've got your units. I got to say, I honestly really like the art style that Flying Pig Games uses for old school tactical. I definitely do like it. And of course, I love the fact that vehicles in that get a top-down view. There's just something, I don't mind this not being top-down. I do think it's kind of cool when we do see top-down because it gives it more of kind of almost like a miniatures look to them. But I do like that we do get to see an image of the infantry, of the leaders, as opposed to just NATO's symbology. Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm not into. I don't know. There's just something about just having like symbols on the counters that just leaves me flat. But anyway, so we'll just kind of jump in here. So a lot of this is, you know, kind of, I don't want to say standard hex and counter war game, because we got the firepower, we've got the range, defense, movement, we've got different crude weapons that you can have as well. We've got different types of units, a variety of artillery, and well, probably not so much in Volume 3 with armor, but we did have quite a lot of armor in the other volumes. So it looks as if we have kind of a standardized rule book here because, of course, we are looking at a Panzer right here. And I don't think the Japanese utilized any Panzers in the Pacific. I don't know, that's me. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not. All right, so taking a look at different terrain types. So there's a good amount of meat on the bones of this system. Like I said, it kind of reminds me a bit like the original squad leader from Avalon Hill. But there is also some modern sensibilities to the rules as well. So as we pop on through. So Michael Sabat is joining us here. I know Michael has commented on some videos. I think this might be the first time we've had Michael join us in chat. Good to see you. Thanks for popping by tonight. So just kind of looking through here. Those of you out there wondering, with a game that carries a $100 MSRP, even though right now you can get it for $90 if you order. I don't know how long that will last. For some strange reason, unfortunately, Flying Pig Games seems to have a habit of, I will say something's on sale, and then suddenly it's not. And I'm like, oh, okay. So even Michael says that they received this a couple of days ago. Well, Michael got their copy a day ahead of me. So I believe Mo from Mo's Game Table is also receiving this too. I'm sure there are quite a few people that probably have. I got quite a bit of crossover as far as folks who check out my videos, they check out Mo's. I've never met Mo. Mo seems like a good guy. Seems like a really nice guy. All right, just kind of popping through here, looking at the rules here. And it looks as if now we have a playbook, which some strange reason, I don't recall this being called a playbook in the other volumes. Maybe I'm wrong. But I wonder if we're going to... Yeah, I was going to say, we're probably going to get specific rules regarding rules and options that are added into this for the Pacific, different terrain types. For an example, bonsai attacks, bonsai mechanics. So just kind of flipping through here. And I'll take a guess, we've got our scenarios. I think we've got 16 scenarios. For some reason, that's... I'm going to move that over a little bit because my noggin is blocking that off. I sort of have an impression that somewhere along the line I heard 16 scenarios. We'll see. We'll find out if that happens to be the case. So we got Raiders, First Clash, Alligator Creek. So here we see we've got Guadalcanal. Got a few scenarios. The Old Breed, Edson's Ridge, Starvation Island. So then we go to Bougainville. So this is 1941 to 45 in this series here. Clear them out. The Beachhead. So got a few Guadalcanal, and then we had a few Bougainville. What was it? 6? Did we have 6 scenarios for Bougainville? Nope, 5. Now we have New Britain, Biak, New Guinea. There we go. So 16. There we go. 16 scenarios. Then here on the back, it kind of gives us a little overview how many turns each of the scenarios will last. That's one thing I do like about Old School Tactical. The scenarios have limitations as far as how long they're going to last, as well as I like the gut check. It's like gut check time. It's the kind of like a morale sort of mechanic to the game, which is pretty cool. I haven't played Old School Tactical. Ooh, gosh. It's got to be about 6-7 months was the last time I actually played. I know it's funny. I have people talk about how, oh, I can't believe that you don't remember how to play certain games and things like that. It's kind of like, gosh, you know how many games I have to learn the rules to? There are games that I get to review that I think are not very good, so they don't get reviews. So just imagine. So Michael mentions that I'm looking at the other volume and it doesn't say playbook. I didn't think it said playbooks because that's kind of a GMT sort of thing, right? So we've got a couple of player aids. So we've got the infantry combat table, vehicle combat table. Then we got terrain, artillery, turn sequence. Got the airstrikes, bogged down, rallying. So we've got these here. Did mention we got some dice. Also in the box, I got a few more dice. So I got some flying pig dice that have like a little flying pig logo. As amazingly enough, a ladybug has just landed here on the table. Hello, ladybug. Today was very, very nice in the Chicago area. It was 80 degrees. All right, come on, ladybug. Why don't you climb up on my finger? Come on. Come on. Okay, well, at least I turned you around. Get you moving the other way. So I'm not going to squish a ladybug. All right, so let's take a peek at... we're chasing you. We're going to get you. Let's we'll zoom in a little bit. Get a closer look at the counters. We got a few counter sheets. And once again, I do like the work done on these counter sheets. Yeah, there we go. Get in there. Get a nice, make sure everything is nice and focused. So we've got some bonsai markers. Looks like we have some Japanese leaders. Bonsai attacks, victory points, foxholes. We start getting into Marines. Some Marine units and armor as well. And of course, these are dual-sided. These are nice and chunky. As you can see, good thickness. Got a good thickness there. And I do like the fact. Now, these aren't as chunky as some of the Flying Pig game titles, such as like Knight of Man. Knight of Man has really big, chunky counters. But these are nice size. These are not those itty-bitty Avalon Hill sort of counters. All right, so that's the first one there. Let's take a look at the next counter sheet. So we have more Marines. So then we have special weapons that can be attached to each of the units. So Browning automatic rifles, bazookas, heavy machine guns, medium M2 mortars. Once again, we have some more leaders. So, and Marines, you know what? Were these simply Army? They may have been. Let's take a look. Nope. Nope, these should be Marines because they're same counter color. Looks like they're the same counter color. Maybe I'm off a little bit. They seem very, very similar. All right, I didn't think there were a lot of U.S. Army units in the Pacific simply because they were more in Europe. We saw more Army units. All right, Dan from No Enemies Here has to rock on out. Good to see you, Dan. Thanks for popping in. So, just taking a peek through here. Various different counters. Whoops. So we have smoke and bunkers, rubble, wire, more foxholes, fire intensity. There we go. Rolling cover. Okay, and then the final counter sheet, we've got the Imperial Japanese. So, and that's going to be this entire counter sheet. So once again, we got some more leaders, some more command, rifle, squad, sappers, sniper, and we got the different weapons as well. Oops, cut pretty well. Cause bang, that popped right on out. Right on out. All right. Pop that back in there for a second. All right, we've got deck cards. We've got our board, which I'm going to take a wild stab is going to be one single piece, because Mark likes to do that to me. He likes to make sure it's like one piece. And that's what it's looking like. And we will not be able, I guarantee we're not going to fit this whole thing in. So, let's see. Try to move some of this around a little bit. Let's see just how much of this we can end up fitting into the shot if I zoom way out. Holy cow. I say it, whoops, as I bump into the mic. I say it a lot, and I know Mark kind of gives me a hard time about saying this, But I wish that the boards were not just one big board. Yeah, we're not going to even get the whole thing into the shot, but let's try to, so I'm knocking things all over the place. I can get most of it in. So let's zoom back out. Give you an idea of the size of this. All right, so just to kind of give you an idea, that's my hand. So this is pretty big. So just like so. So we do have the maps numbered. I don't know, maybe this is just map 6 in the series. So I thought I opened it, I saw something that said map 6, and I thought, oh, well, then that's what it is. Map 6, and maybe it was broken into parts, but it's not. So one of the reasons why, and yes, and I understand where Mark Walker's coming from when he talks about, well, you know, it's a little less expensive to make it one board as opposed to breaking it up into different boards. And yes, I understand we've got this information that runs along the side on each side. We have impulse points that are running down here as well. And we have some other tracking information, as we'll flip this over so we can show that. There's where I saw the map 6 as I pull it out, and I thought, oh, well, it's going to be different maps. No, it's not. So I understand that we've got this real estate, like this real estate here you have to have. The drawback that I always see is that as far as the actual terrain, they're kind of set. And yes, I understand one scenario might only take place in this box here, right? Maybe it's going to take up this square here, from here to here. I get that. I understand. But it just, to me, I feel like your options are minimized by having just one big board. And like I said, I understand we've got this running down the side. Now, one thing I will point out, as we're going to take a look at in just a moment, what was included in here, I'm kind of surprised. I want to be careful here that I don't tear anything, because boards tear pretty easy in war games. So Michael's popping in saying, such a great game, and that they found the channel, the Gaming Gang channel, because YouTube recommended it. That's a shocker, because YouTube doesn't usually recommend me to anybody. I'm just teasing. And they like it. Thank you very much, Michael. I'm glad you like the channel. I point it out all the time. It is not for everybody. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. I have no issue with that whatsoever, because I don't want to be like every other shill out there telling you, oh, this game was great, and it's crap. So anyway, let's take a look at this deck of cards. Speaking of talking about, I'm gonna go off subject here. So speaking of games that I didn't think are very good, as I get my hobby knife to open this up, I can't believe that. So I've been doing this. Well, I've been doing video since about 2012. I think that was the first YouTube video that I did. And of course, the Gaming Gang has been around since September of 2010. In fact, I joke around with people that the Gaming Gang started a month before The Walking Dead on AMC. So kind of funny. Hey, Kabuki Kid is here. Good to see you, Double K. Good to have you back. Haven't seen Double K in a while. But anyway, I can't believe that the most popular video, the most viewed video on the channel, is actually my review for the Funko games, the Funko line, where they have their Funko Pop, their Pop Vinyl, or Vinyl Pop, whichever way you want to say it. And it's kind of funny because I didn't think much of the game. And all these other people, all these other reviewers out there, I'm not going to name names, but all the popular reviewers were all like, oh, this is really good. This is a very good game. I was like, get the F out of here. So I find it kind of funny that my most popular video is actually a negative review, and I don't really do too many negative reviews. So Kabuki Kid says, yes, the boyfriend demands their attention most evenings at this time during the lockdown. I completely understand. All right, so we got a couple of, I shouldn't say couple, we got a trio of decks. So we got Luck deck, got the Japanese, and we've got the Americans. So what these actually are these are unit cards, which is one of the things I think is pretty cool. Once again, this is something that kind of reminds me of Squad Leader. Okay, let's try to move in a little bit more. All right, you camera, what are you sticking on? All right. There we go, nice and focused. So we've got M3s, bazookas, M1 howitzer, M2 mortar, heavy machine gun, medium machine gun. Well, I don't know. Anybody want to predict, are we going to get, is it going to be light or is it going to be submachine gun? It's rifle squad. What? Engineer squad, leaders. So this is another aspect of the system that I think is very cool, is that you'll have these cards handy. So any like special items that you need to kind of keep in mind are right there in front of you. Engineer squad, oh, they get a +1 melee. They can use flamethrowers. Oh, they can detect and remove mines, remove obstacles, and use smoke. Nice. So our little ladybug friend is now flying around and sitting on the lights. So hopefully they don't toast themselves. So now we get the vehicle card. So we got the Sherman, the Stuart, the landing craft. All right, now we go back to sniper. Then we get Marine sniper. So we do have Army and Marine units, and it looks like there's just a slight difference in the color of the counters. That's why I stopped when we were taking a look at the counter sheets. I thought, hey, do we have some are Army, some are Marines? And now that I look, it looks like the Marines are going to get that little Marine Corps symbol, which I didn't even notice as I was looking. Nice going, Jeff. Oh, sorry. So there we go. Marine engineers and Marine leaders. Then for the Japanese, we have the Chiha, the Hagel, the Tiki, Type 1 anti-tank gun, 70mm howitzer, 20mm anti-aircraft, the mortar, the weird little Japanese mortar that they'd use, heavy machine gun, tank killer. Hey, what? How did the M4 get over there? Oh, so the M4 they called a Zippo because it had a flamethrower? I remember they used to call, oh no, they called them Ronsons. That was it. Call it a Ronson because the Ronson always lit up. So we got Rifle Squad, Sapper Squad, Leaders, Sniper. Got a couple of SNLF squads, the Tank Killer, and Sniper. So we've got those cards. Then we got the Luck deck. So there's just kind of random things that'll take place. So we got Booby Trap, Born Lucky, Crazed, Enemy Supplies. Do want to point out, I do believe that the Old School Tactical Volume 3 is available on Vassal. And I'm pretty sure you can actually download the rules for free. So if you want to check them out before making a commitment, you can. So Flaming Heron says, well, ladybugs are good luck. Maybe some money's coming my way. Or lucky in love. Doubt it. Doubt it. Okay, ground attack, hidden sniper, bombing run. So just, these are just kind of, I don't want to say random things, but they're different events, basically. These are kind of like event cards that you'll be able to play. You only have so many of these in a game. Suppressing fire, jungle fighter, fast movers. So there we go. And they work for both sides. So the luck cards are for both sides. All right, so we've got the massive board, which is really nice. That's very, very nice. I definitely like the terrain. Like I said, I mean, it's just a small quibble that it's just one big map. And the only reason why I mention that is simply because that, to me, it just seems like your options as far as the battles and the terrain and that, it kind of limits that. So that's all. Don't get mad, Mark. I know Mark's gonna watch this. I'm not, saying anything bad, because I do like the system. So, all right. So we've got those. We've got the cards. We've got the counter sheets. Let's get these back in. Let's put the cards like that. Got our player aids. We've got our playbook. First time we got a playbook in Old School Tactical. And the rule book for Old School Tactical overall. That's what we're going to find when we take everything from OST Volume 3 outside the box. This is only part of what I got. This is only part of what I received. So let's move along and take a look at some of the other stuff. Like I said, that coin must be upstairs. What I will probably do is when I find it, I will take a picture and I will actually post it to the community page here on YouTube. So we've got the Neoprene mats. So for the last Old School Tactical, all right, come on, bag. It's like tear open. We had the Neoprene mats for Germany and, gosh, I want to say, I think it's Russia. So we've had these mats before. So now we get the US. And honestly, it doesn't have a Marine Corps symbol on it. So we've got this, and we've got this. So that's got some pop to it. I like that. Definitely like that. So you'll be able to track on the mat as opposed to like on the board, which leads me to the point, which, like I said, I'm not harping on this. I'm just mentioning this, that we have these are map borders. So these are available. Now this is $30. You can get these for $30. It's the same material that mouse pads are made out of, but of course, as you can see, now I don't have huge hands, but I don't have tiny little hands. So as you can see, these are good size. So these are about twice the size, maybe a little more than twice the size of a mouse pad. We also have these. These are map borders. Now this is something new. I have not seen this before. And I might actually just use the hobby knife to open it up. This is kind of odd plastic. All right, so we've got the Imperial Japanese Army. We got the U.S. Army. There we go. We got the Marine Corps. And Special Naval Landing Forces. I thought maybe we were going to get... Russia and Germany, because maybe I'm wrong, but I don't recall seeing these for previous editions of Old School Tactical. Now, Michael out there has other games in the series too. I don't know if he had backed Kickstarters in order to receive them or not, but I think this is the first time we've seen something like this. So it's a map border, which I think is kind of cool. But this goes right back to what I was talking about, where if we had like modular boards, which have been made before for games from Flying Pig Games, if we had modular boards, you could actually use something like this and have those impulses made out here. Have like the turn sequence, or not turn sequence, but what turn you're on, the turn tracker on something like this, or have more than one thing on these. So I think this looks pretty cool. I think these are nice, but I'm just thinking about, and I guess it kind of boils down to how I kind of get the feel of old squad leader with Old School Tactical Volume 3. So this is Hellbent. This is the first expansion to Old School Tactical Volume 3. Once again, this is also designed by Shane Logan, and it is Pacific 1941 to 45. Taking a look here. So we're going to get another big map, and we're going to get some more units, and we're going to get some more scenarios. So I know we're going to move to, we're going to have Tarawa and, oh gosh, Peleliu, and I think there's like 4. I think there's 4 major battles. They'll have scenarios in here. All right, so let's open this on up. Like I said, we got a lot to be taking a peek at tonight. So this is the last thing. This is the last thing that we're going to take a look at. So let's take a peek at scenario book. So we've got No Hope But Glory. Oh, that was it. Wake Island. What was I thinking of? Kerala. Saipan. Peleliu. I got a few scenarios for Peleliu. Luzon. Okinawa. All right. And we have 14 scenarios in Hellbent. Hellbent does carry an MSRP of $45. I did see right now they are, you can pick it up for $42, I believe. So, Fleming Huron says, yeah, the maps, while they look lovely, you want something which is multi-purpose. I like stuff where you could have all different kind of scenarios, and when you have modular boards, I keep bumping this with the maps. When you have modular boards, it's so much easier for you to like create scenarios and change things up. But like I said, I get where Mark comes from. Mark talks about he's chewed my ear a little bit about it, and yes, I understand. It's it's cost. Looking at cost, but once again, now we got another big board, same size as the other board. It's funny. So I'm unfolding this, and I'm also trying not to knock over my drink. So let me zoom back out. Whoops, that's wrong way, Jeff. There we go. Let's zoom back out here. Once again, as you can see, here's my hand. So nice and big, and of course I've got the box pushed over there, so that's in the way. So kind of showing off some more of this. So this is nice size. So now we start getting more, there are like more buildings. They're pretty small. They're like outbuildings kind of, but there are more buildings on this map than there was on the other one. Now flip this over, and we also have like a landing area on this map. So we could have, maybe I wasn't looking too close, but I did not see a landing area on the other board. So Kabuki Kid mentions that they like the look of the maps. They're very cool. And let me zoom in. Let's see if we can get a look at like one of the areas that has like one of the buildings here. They'll look kind of cool. I'll zoom all the way in. And focus. Focus, kid. And of course it's upside down. So, but once again, I mean, just this overview too reminds me a lot of the old squad leader. Got a little white dot in the middle of the hex for your line of sight. So, and we did play a good amount of Squad Leader back in the day. Never got into Advanced Squad Leader simply because to me, it was just getting to the point where it's like, wow, that's just a little much in complexity scale. So yeah, very, very cool artwork for the terrain on here as well. All right, so that is the board. Now we should have a counter sheet, which we do. I'll show you what we got with that. So we have more of the Japanese, got more Marines. So here you can tell there's a little bit of a difference in the colors. So these are Army, these are Marines, and of course then they also have the Marine Corps symbol right there as well. So Kabuki Kid says they remember a tiny scene in the final countdown where they're playing Squad Leader on the Nimitz. Gosh, I don't remember. I gotta be honest. I think I've only seen the final countdown once. It was never, I don't know. I never thought it was that. I thought the premise of the movie is great, but the actual execution of the movie. So yeah, that's kind of cool that they were playing Squad Leader. If I remember right, I think, and I'm sure somebody out there is going to correct me, I think Squad Leader came out in around 74, 76, maybe sometime around that. So just showing off, we've got some more, here we go, we got more landing craft. And more armor for the Japanese. I don't believe we had any new cards in here. Nope, we did not. So this expansion will include a new big map number 7, right there. We also get a sheet of counters, as well as 14 more scenarios. And that's what we get. Of course, it's upside down. Nice going, Jeff. That is what we find when we take everything from Hellbent outside the box. Ding. So, the only other thing outside of the coin that I left upstairs, Kabuki Kid says 1977 for Squad Leader. There we go. We have some more cards. Now, I don't know if these are just additional luck cards, which are kind of duplicates. Desperate Times. No, I think that's new. Accurate Fire. Entrenched. Gasoline Bomb. No, we didn't see Gasoline Bomb. Short Bombardment. Recon. Smooth Move. Smooth Move, X-Lax. Torrential Rain. Smoke Screen. So some additional luck cards to add into the, it's sort of an event deck. So close that back up. And I might as well take a quick peek at the dice that Mark and the team were kind enough to send along, which have, looks like a little flying pig for the ones. Now, I will zoom back in so we can see those in all their glory. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. So I can't tell if that's a little, it feels like almost like a little sticker. Then again, they could be laser printed, because the pips, they seem to be laser printed on here. So yes, Kabuki Kid 1977 for Squad Leader. I understood where they were coming from. Final Countdown, I think, is like 81 or something like that, because I'm pretty sure that came out when I was in high school. All right, so that is it for all the goodies for Old School Tactical Volume 3, which is shipping from my friends over at Flying Pig Games. Once again, the core game is for 2 players, ages 14 and up. Scenarios play out in 45 minutes or more, and it can be a lot more. It could be up to 5 hours or so. And it does carry an MSRP of $100. You can get it for $90 right now on the Flying Pig Games website. The expansion, Hellbent, is $45 MSRP, $42 right now on the website. The Neoprene mats, the two large ones, are $30. And then the map borders, the Neoprene map borders, are $25 for the set of 4. All right, so where did I put it? There it is. Before I go, do want to point out on tomorrow's show and Thursday's show, we're going to dive in. We're going to check out the adventure game, The Dungeon, from Cosmos Games. I'm going to crack this open. It's going to be just like when we played the Exit game, the House of Riddles, that I got to look kind of like a doofus. Nah, we did all right. We had to skip some of the stuff because it was like, oh, you need a glass of water and blah, blah. It was like, I'm down here in the Duct Tape Studios doing the show live. I'm not going to run up and get a glass of water. I didn't know I needed that. So we're going to dive into this. It's supposedly an adventure in 3 chapters. Each of those chapters are supposedly 90 minutes. So we'll find out. Hey, we're just, blowing off steam, having fun during this pandemic. So yes, things are not the usual way of going. Do want to point out also before I wrap up, check out thegaminggang.com because there is still some news that's popping out. I am doing my best to share with you different free stuff you can get your hands on. As far as like free PC games, I just posted how HBO is now streaming like almost 500 hours of content absolutely free. You don't even have to sign up for anything, except you just have to have their HBO app. So be sure to keep popping by the Gaming Gang because there's always something. I got news every day popping up. So it's just not enough for us to make a show out of. Plus, I feel a little weird sitting here talking about gaming news when it's like, nobody knows when we'll get it. Anyway, that's it for this time out. So if you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Fight the trolls out there. Subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget, ring that little bell because it will not only notify you of when the stream goes live. Yes, the Daily Dope, Monday through Thursdays right here on YouTube. It'll also tell you when I upload my standalone videos. Plus, we should be playing Call of Cthulhu this weekend. So that video will probably be up, I don't know, maybe Sunday if we get the chance to play. So Kabuki Kid did mention, yes, the Final Countdown came out in 1980. The reason why I know that is because I remember freshman year, somebody was reading like the novelization of it. So that I do remember. All right, anyway, so if you happen to hang out and you were watching live, thank you very much. Always appreciate those of you who join me in chat, keep me company. And so I don't feel like a complete doofus, just blabbering on into the ether. But if you watch after the fact, hey, I appreciate that as well. I have a soft spot in my heart for all of you who take time out to check out videos on the Gaming Gang channel. Do want to point out, though, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit gaminggang.com. For all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. Get your geek on at gaminggang.com. Everybody enjoy your Tuesday night / Wednesday morning. And I will be back tomorrow. So until then, be sure to be smart and stay safe. Oh, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel by clicking right here. And of course, if you want to catch up on past episodes of The Daily Dope, check out this playlist. And if you'd like to see what YouTube's recommending you take a peek at from the channel, just give a click right over here. Of course, I'm Jeff McAleer, and once again, thank you very much for watching.